Earthworms, are they animals? He found a way to get the girl to leave the date so that I'll be on the date with him. And I ended up dating his friend. I was crying in church. People were thinking I'm a repentant sinner. I know I'm sexy, I know I'm hot, and you're coming with nothing. Oh, best and worst love languages. I love cuddles so much.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today is actually going to be kind of interactive, a little fun, I hope, because I don't even know what we're doing today. What are we doing today?
Best and worst.
How does it go?
I'll ask you questions, so you just tell me your best experience and your worst experience.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so first question, let's have it.
Best and worst animal.
My best animal probably being dogs, because I have dogs and I love them so much. Range and Kylie. And my worst and earthworms, are they animals?
I'm not actually sure.
No, earthworms are a little better, but millipede, centipede, I will go. I shouldn't be saying this online. What if somebody uses this to threaten me one day?
I mean, category they are insects.
Oh my god, somebody's going to use this to threaten me. I said I was never going to say this outside because the last time I saw one, I almost ran mad. I don't want to remember the experience. Next question, please.
Okay, best and worst pickup line.
Best and worst pickup line. Worst pickup line. Let me start with worst. Worst pickup line is anything that has to do with telling me, oh, you're sexy. Please, please, please. But why? What is that about? Please. I know I'm sexy. I know I'm hot. I know all of that stuff. You don't have to come and tell me like it's a discovery. Like I already know. If you compliment me and tell me like I'm smart or I'm elegant, that makes so much sense. I said sex. Jesus. That makes so much sense. Not sexy. I don't like that compliment. I already I know that I'm hot. I would prefer you tell me I'm hot. I don't know. Sexy just sounds like I don't like you're trying to sexualize me. I just rather not have that as a compliment. Except you're my person, and maybe yeah, you can give me that kind of compliment. So would that be a pickup line? No, because you're already my person. So a nice pickup line would be like, maybe maybe you're so elegant, or I like the way you walk, I like the way you carry yourself. That doesn't really sound like a pickup line, right? Pickup line is supposed to rhyme like when I set my eyes on you, the heavens came down type vibe, right?
Yeah.
So I really don't know my best. Okay, how did people pick me up?
Yeah, how did they
pick me up? How have I been picked up? People know there's business and money alike. So most of the people that I have met, they follow the business route. So they did not really pick me. They didn't come straight forward. So I don't really know pickup lines. I mean, people send me messages every day and tell me I'm beautiful and this and that. But I don't know. I've just never really stored anyone in my head, which is bad. Maybe if I think I'll remember. Let's go. If I remember, I'll tell you.
Okay, best and worst movie.
My best movie used to be, I don't know, probably still is, but it's been so many years since I watched it. My best movie is A Fault in Our Stars, and that movie made me cry. Like, you seen it?
Yeah.
Then I saw it on a Saturday, and then I went to church on Sunday, and I was crying in church. People were thinking I'm a repentant sinner. Like, maybe no, the praise and worship was touching my soul. I've done the worst shit all through the week, and God has called me back. I was literally weeping in church because the movie could not leave my head. And then people were looking at me like, look at this girl. Look at this Instagram babe. She's praying for forgiveness. But yeah, that's my best movie. I recently saw another movie that also made me cry like a lot. It's not a movie, it's like series, had episodes. It's called One Day. I think it's trending on Netflix right now. The beginning was a bit boring, I can't lie. I tried watching that movie like 4 times because people kept telling me to watch it. But then the final time I watched it, oh my god, I love that movie so much. So relatable, so I just feel like every single person had something to learn from that movie. The movie was just telling everybody's story, each and every one of us, old, young, It was just such an amazing movie. So that's my best movie. What would I say is my worst movie? Worst movie. I think I've watched movies that be like I wasted my time. So that'll be a lot of them. I don't know if there's one I can pin out and be like, this was my worst movie. A couple of movies are just a waste of time. So yeah.
Best and worst items in your wardrobe.
Best items have to be. What are my best items in my wardrobe? I feel like I like all the items in my wardrobe. So somebody has to tell me, what do you think are the best items in my wardrobe?
I think your bags.
I was gonna say that. Okay. I'm doing something there. Yeah, my bags. Yeah, my bags are definitely the best items in my wardrobe. So what then will be the worst items? Let me think. What are things in the wardrobe? Sunglasses. Oh, I have a bunch of bucket hats. I won't say that they're my worst items, but I don't find myself really wearing them as much anymore. I used to be so obsessed with them. Would those be my worst items? I don't know, but I don't really find myself wearing them as much. Maybe because I'm wearing wigs now, so buckets have to cover the wig that I spent money to install, so have to. I don't know what my worst items in my wardrobe would be. Somebody tell me if you see me on a trashy outfit or something that you think do not make sense. Tell me. So you tell me what my worst item is. Next question.
Best and worst date you've been on.
Oh, ooh. Thing is, I actually hadn't gone on dates, but I'll tell you my best date, and that's the person that I am still dating right now. So I know you guys want to hear this so bad. I can't believe I'm giving you guys a gist. Like, if I saw this question, I would have taken it out. I didn't see the questions before this, but I'm gonna be a grown girl. I'm gonna answer these questions because why not? So my very best date I think it was my best date because I was kind of excited to go on the date because we had been talking for a while and he never even asked me, oh, let's go on a date or let's go out or let's do this, let's that. You know how you start talking to people and they're so excited that you're giving them attention, so they just want to go out with you the next day. They want to go out with you, let's go out this weekend. I'll probably have some kind of anxiety because I don't really know you yet. I like to get to know you, so we had that getting to know each other phase before we finally met. And I actually did a TikTok of our first date, which was really cool because I didn't want to wear makeup. I wanted to, present myself as a modest and as my truest form. So I did not wear makeup. Why is that such a pointer? I feel like if I'm going on a date now, I probably want to wear makeup. But that day I was just being so elegant and so simple. I wore a t-shirt, I wore leggings. And guess what? Guess what we did on the first date? They told me let's go on a shopping date, and I'm like, was that the first time I was going on a shopping date? Well, that was the first time it was very intentional. Like, let's go. Like, I had the words typed that let's go on a shopping date, which was really cool. And we went shopping, and there was no budget. So I bought something very expensive on that date. And he was like, oh, yeah, cool. And, I think that was nice. That was my best date ever. And worst date would be oh my god, worst date would probably be my first date ever because I did not plan it to be a date. Do you know the crazy thing about my first date? I came to church this Saturday. This is going to be emotional. I came to church I told my mom that I was going to church because we just randomly go to church on Saturdays for rehearsals and whatnot. So I went to church this particular Saturday and I told Deji that I was sad and I wanted to go out or I wanted to just do something. I was sad. And Deji gave me his money to go to watch a movie in cinemas. I don't know if you can remember that. Deji gave me his last money. Like, he did not have any other money. Deji gave me his money. I was like, I should go. He didn't even go with me. Like, he did not go with me. He gave me his money to go watch a movie in the cinema.
I think I can remember.
You remember, right? And then when I got to the movie place, I saw a bunch of friends that were also some people that I know from church. So it was really kind of like a whole hangout that wasn't planned. And then there was this guy who used to be like my childhood crush. I'm not going to say his name now because now he's dating my friend. and their relationship is a whole serious leading to marriage relationship. She probably so I'm not gonna mention his name. So when I got to the cinema place, I saw them. They were actually all attending the same school. So there was this other girl that was on a date with this guy. But immediately the guy saw me, he told his sister to find a way to get the girl to leave the date. I didn't know. I did not understand all of these. Like, he found a way to get the girl to leave the date so that I will be on the date with him. All I knew is that the girl left, and then I was like, "Oh, come in, come in, come in." And then I came in, and it was so awkward. Like, he couldn't say anything. He was probably so shy. He didn't have anything to say to me. I didn't have anything to say to him. I was like, "Oh, what do you want to order? Do you want to order something?" I obviously was not hungry because how am I going to be on a date and I don't have anything to say to you and we're just going to be eating food? Like, and maybe that would have been better, right? At least maybe we'll talk about the food, right? But it was just weird. I just ordered ice cream and I just sipped the ice cream and that was it. That was literally what happened on the date. I don't really remember us saying anything like I don't know. But we were kids. I was probably like how old? Maybe I was like 14, 13 then, so we're very young, so I mean, that was probably just cute. Maybe we're not supposed to say anything because what were we supposed to talk about? Life struggles or school or so yeah, that was probably my worst date. It wasn't my worst date, but it was I have had such amazing dates, so I would just classify that as the least most amazing date.
Okay.
And I ended up dating his friend. So yeah. Yeah, that's really what happened. So next question.
Best and worst birthday so far.
Best and worst birthday so far. Best and worst birthday so far. Best birthday. Best birthday was my last birthday. No, was that? Oh my god, that was Valentine. I was thinking that was my birthday. Jesus Christ. Okay, best birthday. I need to remember best. Okay, best birthday. If I'm being very honest, my best birthday would have to go back to childhood when I was really small. Like, I was probably, I think I was 28. Yeah, I was turning 8. So this particular birthday, yeah, I was already bragging to my friends that because my birthday falls during summer. So I was attending summer school and I was already bragging to my friends that, oh, I'm gonna throw a big party, my birthday is gonna be this, my birthday is gonna be that. And you know, my mom bakes cake, so obviously cake is involved. There's gonna be drinks, there's gonna be this, there's gonna be I hyped the birthday so much and guess what happened? A day to my birthday, my mom told me we can't celebrate my birthday day due to this and that and that. So I had to go to school with shame that, you know, when you brag that everybody, people are checking their calendars. When is Diana's birthday coming? August 19th. And that day comes. And you're coming with nothing. Break time comes, nothing. School has closed, nothing has shown for you after bragging. What, like, come on, girl. Come on. That birthday taught me a life lesson. Like, don't brag about things. Just wait till it's ready and let people just shock people. Don't come and start talking. So that birthday day came and then I had to start explaining to everybody, like, please bear with me. My mother has put me in shame. But my mother showed them that my mother can never put me in shame. So on the last day of summer school, which is like the end of summer school, my mom threw my birthday party as the end of summer school birthday thing, like end of summer school party. And it was big. Everybody in the school was involved, both people that were in my class and people that weren't in my class. So it was so amazing. At least I showed them that I'm a woman of my words and, you know, I shut it down. So yeah, that's probably my best birthday. My worst birthday. I don't think I've had a worst birthday. I honestly don't think I've had a worst birthday, to be honest. I think my birthdays have always just been amazing. I just have the best one as that one.
Best and worst cocktail.
Okay. My best cocktail would be a margarita or a mojito, one of those two. I love margaritas because they have so much ice. I like the frozen ones, not the normal ones, frozen ones, because they have so much ice. It just gives this chill when you're drinking it. And then I like mojito because obviously I love lemon, I love mint, I love lime, all of that stuff. And my worst cocktail, there's this particular gin brand. I recently just realized there's this particular gin brand that if I ever see it, I will never drink it. So let me give you guys a quick story. I think I have so many stories to tell. I was at the business class lounge in South Africa, Joburg. I think they call that Tambo Airport or something like that. So I was about to board the plane, and then I asked the bar guy there at the lounge if he had tequila. And he was like, he doesn't have tequila, but he has something that I'm going to like a lot. And I'm like, you have something I'm going to like? Okay, let me try it. And this guy gives me the first shot. I'm like, this thing is smooth. It's nice. He gives me the second shot. I take it. He gives me the fourth shot. I take it. He gives me the fifth one. I don't even know what this guy was trying to do. I just blame myself because why was I taking it? I think I was just trying to be a social experiment because I see people who say they take a drink and then it just makes them sick on the flight. So I was like, okay, let me try this. And I took probably like 5 or 6 shots of that particular thing. And I was very okay when I was taking the shots. When I was done taking the shots, I was cool. I even made a video, when I was about to enter into the plane, like, let's see if I sleep off, I was gingered.
This man gave me 6 shots. And I'm like, why? I just asked for one. And he gave me, I should have said no to the shots, but I'm like, let's see where this goes. Like, I'm on a flight. Let's see where this goes. You get me? Maybe I'll feel less alone with this shot.
Then I go on the plane, yeah? Plane takes off. And I'm starting to feel very, very weird. I'm starting to feel weird in my stomach, in my head. And then my mind is just telling me, oh, it's just your mind. It's just your mind. You're very okay. It's just your mind. So just stop thinking that you're not okay. I start to think, oh, it's just my mind. Until it was just not my mind. It just was not my mind. I stood up to tell those, what do they call them, the air hostesses, that I'm not feeling okay. I couldn't even complete my statement. I almost fell to the ground. Like, I literally almost passed out. I pushed into the bathroom and I lost consciousness. Like, I couldn't move. I couldn't take down my pants to use the toilet. I was literally almost paralyzed. Like, I almost fainted. Like, I was almost...
It was a lot.
Who would I blame for this? Who? Myself, obviously. So I started throwing up, and as I was throwing up, I was stooling while throwing up. And it was so embarrassing. Like, I had to shut the door. The air hostess kept asking, are you okay? Are you okay? Because I was like, this girl's probably gonna die on this plane. I'm like, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna leave. I was throwing up and stooling at the same time. It was crazy. And then I had a similar experience again in Paris. I had this cocktail, and I think I saw that gin on the table. I think the bar guy put the gin in the cocktail. I was supposed to go out that night. I spent the entire night throwing up. And I'm not the kind of person who throws up. Like, my body does not react that way to alcohol, but that particular gin is just messed up. So any cocktail that has that particular gin is my worst cocktail. But other kinds of gin are very great for me. Like, I never had problems with alcohol. It was just a particular drink and particular gin brand. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Best and worst advice you've ever received.
Best and worst advice you've ever received. Best advice I've ever received was to actually just chase my influencing career and not think about the societal norms and, oh, this is what you're supposed to be doing at this age, or this is the process you're supposed to follow. Following processes is never, you don't have to follow the processes. Like, if you are seeing that this is the life that is panning out for you and it's looking great, it's looking beautiful, go for it. You don't have to follow, oh, this, oh, you're done with secondary school, you have to do this next, you have to do that next. I mean, it works for a lot of people, but so many times people keep following processes till they get to the point where there's no more process to follow, and they start to ask themselves, what am I really doing in life? Like they start to now try and strive to discover themselves. So if you're lucky enough to discover yourself early enough, you find out something that you do, something you're passionate about, something you can do very well, and you're seeing that this thing you're doing, you can actually build something off this. Go for it. I think that was the best advice I ever got, to go for it and not just feel like, oh my god, this is what my mates are doing now, oh, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be there. Taking that advice is what really changed my life. And the worst advice I took was probably to bribe to get into university. But did I take the advice? No, I didn't. And that's why I'm here. I need to take the advice. And if I took that advice, my life would have taken a whole different turn.
Best and worst gift you've ever received.
Oh, best and worst gift I have ever received.
Actually, this is like two questions in one. Best and worst gift you've ever received or given.
Okay, so best gift I have ever received. I have to think about this. Best gift I've ever received. It'll probably be money, you know. It'll probably be money. Money's a gift, right? Yeah. I think the best gift I've ever received would be money, or if it's not money, if it's like an actual, it has to be money. It's just money. I'm not the kind of person that even likes money like that, but if I'm trying to rank like, you know, the best, money. Worst gift I have received was this perfume that this junior in school gave me. It was smelling worse than something should be spraying in your toilet. It was Valentine's, and this boy was trying to show love, so I'm not gonna come at him for it. It's just, you know, he was young, probably could not. But at least when you're going to buy perfume, you, yeah, like just even if you don't smell it like in the store, when you've left, just spray it, smell. And smell what it smells like. Like, is she gonna like this? Because that smell was so terrible, and this was the smell was very awful. And he gifted it to me for Valentine's, so that was cute. He was my junior in school, so obviously he didn't have a chance, but he still decided to gift it to me. So I appreciate him for that. And yeah, that was my worst gift.
The one you've given?
Oh, worst gift I have given.
And best.
Best gift I have given. Best gift I have given. Oh, I gave diamonds, real diamonds from Icebox. Yeah, that's the best gift I've given. I have a video evidence. If you want to see if you want to see, I have video evidence. But worst gift I have given. Worst. I don't even know how to say, like, the person will have to tell me that that's the worst gift the person has received, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't know the worst gift, because I always try to be thoughtful when I'm giving out gifts.
Okay. Best and worst books you've read.
Best and worst books I've read. One book that I really like was Richest Man in Babylon, because it taught me a little bit about money management and, you know, how your money should work for you. So the best book I have read is The Richest Man in Babylon. Worst book I have read, I don't think there's really a worst book, because before I read a book, it has to be highly recommended. So I don't just randomly read books. Yeah.
Best and worst meal you've ever cooked.
Best and worst meal I have ever cooked. Best meal I've ever cooked would have to be my potato delicacy with baby potatoes, baked beans, you know, eggs, sausage or bacon. That's really nice. Or my coconut rice. That coconut rice was so nice. It was really, really nice. The worst meal I've ever cooked, it was the first day I cooked stew. I got back home from school. I was grown. I was probably like maybe 10 or 11. Yeah. I got back home from school and there was rice. I'm like, let me just make stew, right? Because that's what they eat with white rice. So I decided to make the stew. And when I was done cooking the stew, I tasted the stew and it was tasteless, because I didn't know that you're supposed to put salt when you're cooking. I did not know that you're supposed to put salt when you're cooking. So it took me weeks to realize that there was no salt. That's why the food tasted like that. So that's probably the worst food I ever made.
Best and worst places you've traveled to.
Best and worst places I have traveled to. Best and worst places I have traveled to. Best place is probably going to be Paris. Of course, it has to be Paris. Duh. Best place is Paris. Paris. I don't know why people always say, oh, when you go to Paris, you'll be disappointed. Paris is smelling. Paris is this. That's a lie. I think it's a part of Paris you go to, and I didn't see that part. Worst place I have been to, I won't say it's the worst place because the place itself is beautiful. It was so amazing. I had the best time with my friend, but I feel like they were a tad bit racist, and that was in the Maldives. A couple of people I met there were racist because you ask them, oh, please, we need a buggy to pick us up. We want to go out for dinner. They won't pick us up, but we see them picking some other races up when we've been waiting. You know, you make a complaint, and it's probably a problem with the resort we were at, or was a problem with the, I don't know, the people there, because we met so many nice people, we met so many amazing people, we met so many sweethearts. So maybe just the people there, but I won't call that the worst place I've been to really, because it was beautiful. So yeah.
We're almost done. So, best and worst love languages.
Oh, best and worst love languages. Okay, please let's just start the love languages. There's
Affirmation.
words of affirmation. There's gifts, giving
touch.
gifts, right? There's giving gifts. There's physical touch. There is acts of service. There was the last one. There are 5, right?
I can't remember the last.
Let's Google it. Quality time, words of affirmations, receiving gifts, physical touch, and
act of service.
Acts of service. That's all right. I think my best would be, but damn, I think I like all of them. What would be my list? I feel like I am so attached to all of them. Quality time, definitely, but can I say that would be my worst? That would not be my worst, God forbid. I like that one as well, but I just feel like when I spend quality time with you, I spend so much quality time, and time is always quality because I always find out what we can do, how we can have fun, let's chill, let's watch movies. But then after a while, I want to go back to my work, my family, and all of that. So I like it balanced out. I don't want to. I really don't know. People say that their best would be giving gifts, but I feel like giving gifts should be under acts of service. So acts of service is going to be my best because under acts of service, it's I can call you when I need help. I can call you when I'm down, and you'll be there for me. You're the kind of person who's constantly thinking of how to make my life better and how to make things easier for me. So acts of service is definitely going to be my best. My worst, I really don't know because I feel like I'm so attached to everything. I like physical touch. I really do like physical touch. I love cuddles so much. Then words of affirmation. Okay, maybe words of affirmation. Words of affirmation constantly telling me that you love me, right? I think words of affirmation will be my least favorite because I don't want you to just tell me. I want to see you do. I want the actions. I don't just want the words. I mean, the actions tell me the words I need to hear already, but I also like the words too, but it's just probably gonna be the one that's like bottom of my chart. Yeah. So next one.
We're at the last one now, which is best and worst decisions you've ever made.
Best and worst decisions I've ever made. Best decision that I have made would be to go on with my influencing career and all of that. I feel like my life revolves around it right now, and it's just been so graceful. And worst decision I have made was to forgive and allow somebody back into my life that I just shouldn't have. When you have seen the red flags, but they apologize for the red flags, they come back with the bigger red flags, the redder flags, the bloody flags. So I think that was the worst decision I ever made. Sometimes God shows you the signs. God does show you the signs. When something, I don't think you should always judge people off of the bad things that they've done, or maybe somebody makes a mistake, you should judge that person off of it. But when you see that these signs are glaring, and you know that the relationship or the friendship doesn't have any way ahead, like there's no future within it, you should just let that person go. Like, cut that person off if you have to, because if you don't do that, it's gonna end in a way that you would wish you ended it earlier on. So that's probably the worst decision I made, like forgiving and accepting someone that she never have had in my life in the first place. So that's the end, right?
Yep.
Okay, that was actually interesting. We should probably do more stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Time to wrap it up. What I have to say to the viewers watching out there: keep being good boys and girls. Bye.